defensive either of yours, but anything other than tonight?
Oh, I'm just tremendously proud of them. The effort they gave. You know, the way the whole thing started, it could have caved in, and they just, the way they responded, and, the attitude, mental toughness, all the things that go into it. I've heard a bunch of statistics quoted, but that's really not what I'm concerned about right now. I just thought they played under tremendous pressure and responded.
What did you know about when the two running quarterbacks you put in there that you applied in practice this week that led you to basically shut them down?
Well, the thing about it, when they put those guys on the field, frankly, they've got so many different combinations of personnel, you really can't always, try to make a call. If you do, you're going to be late, and that's when the fast pace gets you. So basically, we had a set of defenses that we would play against all of them. We had a couple of checks to get out of things, when the other guy, when the athletes got under there. And there were a few times where their rotation of those guys put us in some things that you'd rather not be in. But you're going to have that any game, no matter what, who they put on the quarterback. So all that worked out pretty well. We got into a ball game that we didn't expect, with a lot of sort of a 1 minute, 2 minute environment, and handled it pretty well. I tell you what, I'm so proud of our kids. The only touchdown they got, they actually ran number 11 out there late, and we tried to change the call to defend him, and actually got 2 or 3 of our kids not playing the same defense. And we didn't pick up the guy that caught the ball in man coverage because we tried to change the call, and that's my fault. I was proud of the kids. I thought we kept my hands on all night.
You used everything you had, blitzes and pretty much the whole package tonight.
Well, there were very few calls totally, believe it or not, but we did mix a lot of blitz and zone pressures. And, there was a lot of different times where we got checked into them because of those athletes and quarterback. But, I would say looking back at the game, it was more the complexion of the game caused us to end up with some of those. A lot of them were run blitzes, run fires. Some of them obviously passed.
Ellis,
protection blitzes.
Are you surprised at just the fact that these reserves, these guys that came off the bench did the job that they did, or did it not surprise you?
Well, the only guy we had that's not played hardly at all was Marty, and he's played a little bit. He got his feet wet last week against Arkansas, which was plenty of getting wet. Really, we're playing a team whose strength is running the football. In whatever way they run it, their strength is running the football, and that we've done pretty well against that this year. Our kids are tough, they're mentally tough, they can run. We still got some work to do, to be able to play good pass defense consistently, both in pass rush and in coverage. We got a lot of things we got to get better at.
When do you start watching that Auburn film again? From the last time.
Was this the best performance by the team, by the big defense this year?
Getting a death sentence. If you win a ball game, you get a chance to go play the cam bone again.
Was this the best performance of your defense this year?
I don't know. You can start looking at all the statistics and all that stuff. Maybe somebody argue it was. I thought we played a more complete and clean game tonight, other than a couple of things at the end. We had a few things against Alabama that we didn't execute toward the end there.
What happened?
I don't know. It'd be hard to say that. I think we've had 3 or 4 games where our kids just played their hearts out and eliminated at least most of the mental errors.
How about considering what was on the line? The place you were playing, what was at stake? And this wasn't just any defensive performance.
Right. See, I think that's the most important thing, that we weren't at home like we were at Alabama. We come in and spot them 7. It's a tough home crowd. They're a really good football team, a lot of great athletes. It's easy for your kids to lose their poise and start making mistakes or doing things, that could get you in trouble. I thought our players responded to it great. I think they punted 5 times in the first half. And our offense, was a big key, a part of that, because, there were periods of time we come off the field with a 3 and out. We don't go back out there for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. That's a huge, huge help.
How much were you helped defensively by the offensive game plan to do what they did?
Our offense was tremendous, and that's the whole thing. The game was managed tonight, all areas fit together. We had a few things blow up the kicking game, but Florida's got tremendous speed, and they've done that to everybody. That's another thing, they got great field position 3 times that we, didn't even allow them a point, out there around midfield. So that was another thing. I guess, the theme I'm trying to say is, to me, our kids grew up tonight, and they've always played mentally tough, physical, but I thought our players played a lot of poise tonight in a situation that could have just fallen in on them.